New tonight, Flint Airport officer Jeff Neville was in the same room as Amor Ftouhi, the man who had allegedly stabbed him inside of Bishop International Airport in June of 2017. As NBC 25's Amanda Chodnicki tells us, it was an emotional day in court. She joined us now in the studio with the testimony. Amanda.
Many of the testimonies have been cut and dry, question and answer. But today was different. You could feel the emotion inside of that courtroom, especially when Lieutenant Jeff Neville took the stand, testifying against the man he says tried to kill him.
It's been something that's kind of been hanging, over my head for a long time, and I'm just glad it's done.
A year and a half later, and Lieutenant Jeff Neville finally had his day in court to take the stand and face Amor Ftouhi, the man he says attacked him inside Flint's Bishop International Airport on June 2017. The one word he used to describe it:
surreal. It was surreal.
Neville says this is the first time he's been in the same room as Ftouhi since that day.
I'm extremely proud of him. This man tried to take his life, and he bears those scars to this day.
Heart to heart, you got to go on this side.
Chief Chris Miller, Neville's former colleague and friend of 36 years,
I love you, brother.
also testified.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Okay.
And was there to show support to his brother officer. During his testimony, Neville says he remembers a feeling like someone was trying to climb up his back and then a sharp pain. He says he didn't know he was the one bleeding until he saw everyone's faces around him. He says this bracelet, that's what kept him from passing out.
And I remember just staring at the bracelet because it was something for me to concentrate on. I've been wearing this bracelet for 2 years, and the first time I took it off was today, to wash the blood off it.
A traumatic event for these two to recall.
To know that I almost lost him, that gets me sometimes.
But they both still managed to smile through it all.
I just want to thank you, and I want to thank people in the community, because really, people have really hitched onto this thing. It really is touching.
Although he was emotional, he was able to throw a little comic relief into his testimony, saying on the day of the attack, he hates to admit it, but he says he was walking towards the donuts. He never did get that donut. Now, Neville says he can no longer put on a uniform. He tried to continue working at the airport, but it was just too much for him emotionally. He tells me this weekend he is going to a hockey game with some of the Canadian Mounties who testified earlier this week. The Mounties told the FBI all they wanted to do during their trip to Michigan was meet Jeff Neville. Court will resume next Tuesday. I will be there, but for now, here in studio, Amanda Chodnicki, NBC 25 News.